Welcome to the Tuesday edition of Tech Stocks Daily, your quick spin through today's top tech headlines. Prepare to dive into Google's jaw-dropping $32 billion buyout of Wiz, shaking up the cloud security sector like a caffeine-fueled hacker. Next, we'll explore AppLovin's roller coaster journey, caught up in a dramatic class action lawsuit that's sparking both volatility and opportunity. And hold on to your insurance, as EverQuote is hitting new highs, impressing the stock world with its sky-high growth numbers. So buckle up as we zip through the wild world of tech stocks and decode today's headlines, all up next. Google's been making waves today, and it's not just because someone accidentally typed GOOG into the search bar again. Nope. Today's buzz is all about their monumental acquisition of the cloud security startup Wiz for a jaw-dropping $32 billion in cold hard cash. That's a cash deal larger than Jeff Bezos' ego and Alphabet's priciest move so far, beating their $12.5 billion Motorola purchase back in 2012 with room to spare. So why exactly did Google, who frankly roots for deals the way most of us root for the home team, bust out the big bucks? It's all about adding another feather to their cloud services cap. As the world's need for reliable cloud security shoots through the digital stratosphere, thanks to threats spinning out faster than a hacker on double espresso, Google is keen to upgrade its safety measures. Alphabet is making sure it's well armed in the ongoing AI and cybersecurity battles against rivals like Amazon and Microsoft. Wiz, founded in 2020, rapidly ballooned into a cloud security giant under the leadership of co-founder Asaf Rappaport. In just 18 months, they notched up $100 million in annual recurring revenue, much to the envy of startups cribbing late-night coding marathons and ramen-eating contests into oblivion. Wiz's offerings include active threat detection, prevention, and response, stuffs that firms hold close like a digital teddy bear in these malware-haunted times. This isn't the first time Alphabet's engineers broke out the checkbook for Wiz, mind you. They were waving around a respectable $23 billion just last year, but Wiz took one of those dramatic reality show pauses and then walked away. The company was all geared up for an IPO, but found itself circling back after the IPO market took a nap somewhere around 2022, and doesn't seem keen on waking up yet. Plus, everyone's been brushing up on anti-monopoly concerns, particularly after a judge wagged a finger at Google last month for creating puppet master-level monopoly vibes in the search market. For Google then, snagging Wiz represents both a turbo boost towards enriching Google Cloud security prowess and a strategic handshake to those concerned investigators twirling their antitrust mustaches. They've made it clear, Wiz's security bells and whistles aren't a Google-exclusive joy, extending their functionality on platforms from AWS to Microsoft Azure. It's like offering secret sauce to your burger rivals. Bold, but considerate. Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai and the gang are betting this billion-dollar leap will ensure Google not just treads water in cloudland, but backstrokes expertly toward the lead. Though let's face it, some Alphabet investors might be sweating ever so slightly, wondering if they shelled out monopoly money for hex cups when a condo on Boardwalk would do. Wall Street is freestyling opinions faster than Wiz computing next quarter projections, but Alphabet is sticking with the mantra that securing land in the dense, evolving cloudscape, with Wiz leading their charge toward fortifying digital fortresses, will be worth every digitally transacted penny. So it's hats off to Google as they prep for more AWS and Microsoft duels, with brand new shiny security upgrades happily tagging along. Talk about shaking the tech world harder than hologram Kanye doing a mashup tour through Narnia. Hold on to your devices, folks, because today we're diving into the sizzling saga of AppLovin Corporation, a roller coaster story electrifying the financial and tech circuits. Let's unpack why AppLovin, known for its mobile gaming prowess and hefty expansion into ad tech, is making waves. So picture this. It's been a turbulent month for AppLovin as the company finds itself at the center of a legal tempest. A class action securities lawsuit has been unleashed, capturing the attention of investors and legal eagles alike. The spotlight flared up due to claims that AppLovin engaged in some crafty advertising practices, a narrative that reads like a tech thriller you can't possibly put down. According to the class action, AppLovin allegedly pulled a few fast ones to boost their ad game. Accusations include the use of manipulative tricks, like sneaky ads clicking on themselves and ingeniously triggering forced downloads. Yikes. These practices purportedly inflated their app downloads and financial numbers, resulting in a record drop in stock prices as Wall Street digested the ominous February revelations. Those allegations even have an espionage vibe, with words like reverse engineering flying around. For those impacted during this wild ride, a call to action is beckoning from the legal firm Levi & Korsinski, urging them to rally as lead plaintiffs in this class action. There's a delicious twist here, though. All this drama might actually spell opportunity for the bravest investors out there. This is one spicy twist you didn't see coming. Despite these shocking claims, AppLovin's CEO remains defiant, proclaiming innocence against such claims, and many eyes are still on their positive financial strides. In fact, even with shares deflating 38% this past month, there's eager chatter about it being a savory, buy-the-dip moment. The company has seen monumental surges in the previous year, up an astronomical 700%, thanks owed to their booming revenue and cheeky profitability that devilishly draws in potential stock market gamblers. Some say it's like AppLovin's basking on a beach, smirking, while short sellers and reports try tossing buckets of ice-cold splash their way. Experts are nudging investors with whispers that AppLovin could bounce back stronger than a bionic basketball. With their forward-thinking endeavors, they shifted from merely gaming to becoming an ad-severing machine through that juicy $900 million gaming division divestiture. It's business like this that broaden their digital ad grip over throngs of global enterprises. Their much-boasted Axon 2.0 is tearing through digital ads with AI-powered ferocity, and analysts are dressed in their pom-poms, projecting insightful optimism for AppLovin's rising tide of earnings stretching right into 2026. The firm's enviable financial metrics, a commanding revenue lift, and lavish EBITDA giants could just fizzle out the lingering skepticism like a smoke signal in the Nevada sky. So stay tuned and keep both eyes set on AppLovin's wild pursuit for market ace, as shadows of old claims wrestle within a brighter horizon of unpredictable tech veracity. All right, tech fans, let's dive into the EverQuote drama that's been flying under the radar, or maybe flying right over Burbank, who knows. EverQuote, the online insurance marketplace the industry's keeping an eye on, was the darling of today's news cycle, hitting a 52-week high. Yes, our friends at EverQuote are not to be outdone by anyone's expectations, certainly not those set by the stock market. Picture this. EverQuote has climbed a whopping 29.3% over the past month. I mean, I've seen my cat climb curtains slower than that. Yesterday, the stock hit 28 and 25, marking its highest point within the last year. Let's just say the numbers are flashing Jedi lightsabers in green because Mr. Market loves the momentum. What's shaking the coconuts so positively for EverQuote? They've got an impeccable record of positive earnings surprises, beating projections for 4 quarters in a row. Recent reports unveiled an EPS of 33 cents versus the anticipated 18 cents. A spicy beat, isn't it? Now, if you're crunching those numbers while sipping your oat milk latte, consider the forecast. Earnings for the current fiscal year call for a nice 118 cents per share on $626.23 million in revenue. Next year, even sunnier skies with predictions of 1 or 30 cents per share on revenues close to $698 million. That's the kind of growth curve that tells thrillers to take notes. Of course, while the water looks good right now, the question remains, can EverQuote keep the party going? Analysts have turned to nifty things like the Zach style scores, because who doesn't love scores chalked into paper, am I right? EverQuote gets a report card with A's in growth and momentum, while value gets more of a casual, yeah, if you paint fences with it, give it a B. Looks like someone's not turning in all the homework, but hey, they've got a Zach's rank of number 1, so that deserves a round of flappy penguin cheers. Add to this cocktail an industry towel wave from peers like Allianz SE, who are showing grace within the insurance multi-line industry. One of the top 19% across industries, by the way. Allianz was already prompt with sprinkles all over its own successful numbers performance, with a buy recommendation, mind you. So folks, does EverQuote sound like the digital knight soaring in on data-driven opportunity? Or are these the shopping days that hit all the swings, only to land in nest temperature zones? Post your thoughts below. Tell us, are you clicking away on those stocks? Or are those notoriety numbers reminiscent of a FOMO you simply must resist? Let's jingle and mingle thoughts in the comments. And as always, catch me next time when we chuckle through data crunches and virtually sip strategy. All right, tech friends, let's zoom in on Google amidst today's colorful tech stock fiesta. Considering Google's acquisition of Wiz for a colossal $32 billion, the strategic mind gears should already be turning. So let's unpack this investment jig a little further. If you're an investor with a Google nest egg or considering diving in, here's a thought. Hold or even a buy. Why, you ask? Google's leap into purchasing Wiz isn't just a high-score addition on their M&A leaderboard. It's a savvy realignment in cloud security, a constantly booming frontier. As Alphabet flexes its muscles in cloud computing and cybersecurity, acquiring Wiz is like slipping on a turbocharger just as competitors blink. Despite the checkbook workout, Google's betting on the cloud security sector, which has crazy upside potential thanks to increasing global demand for secure digital environments. In today's pick-a-cyber apocalypse world, reinforcing cloud offerings is akin to adding a bazooka to a backyard snowball fight. Yes, concerns about anti-monopoly and financial heat might pucker up some worried foreheads, but Alphabet's keeping Wiz's tech-free agent, open policies bear merit in cooling those legal tones. If you're already on board with Google stocks, this move breathes future promise into maintaining market competitiveness and growth steering. Of course, I'm just rolling the dice based on today's intel, served with a side of optimistic humor. Always remember, dive deep and do your own research before clicking buy. Let your financial brainstorming flow through legit advisories and your crisp investing strategy. Meanwhile, stay tech curious and keep those videos playing. What a whirlwind day in the tech stock universe, folks. We've got Google flexing its cash vaults by snagging Wiz for a cool $32 billion, setting the stage for some serious firefights in cloud security with the likes of Amazon and Microsoft. Meanwhile, AppLovin is weathering a legal storm of class action turbulence, though with hints that there's potential enterprise strength lurking beneath. And EverQuote is literally climbing financial vines, boasting big wins and lining up sunny outlooks in the insurance marketplace. If today's tech tales spark your curiosity, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this infotainment dose with your fellow tech enthusiasts. Keep your notifications on full beam and catch the next ride to Digital Wonderland, where we'll dive right back into the fast lane adventures of technology and stocks.